What did God say to Jacob when he faced the biggest anti-Semite? Jacob had a twin brother, Esau. Esau was the very first declared anti-Semite. He sought to kill his twin brother. From him came generations of anti-Semites. Jacob wrestled with him. Jacob made tremendous amount of overtures trying to make peace, but that never happened. There is one line that actually became part of our prayer book that we read just about every morning. And the verse reads as follows: there was a terrible times for Jacob, but from the terrible time, God came to help him. Not only did God come to help him, the words are, Umimeno Yivasheya, that when there is an et tzara, when there is a terrible time upon Jacob, it is through these difficult times that God would come to help. And that's what we have seen the journey of Jacob. Abraham, the very first patriarch, he had a child, Isaac. He also had a child, Ishmael. They both went their own ways. Isaac also had the two children, Jacob and Esau. They both went their own ways. Jacob, he had 12 children, the 12 tribes of Israel. It is through the struggles that Jacob struggled with his twin brother Esau, his arch enemy, who sought to kill him at any possible occasion. But yet, Jacob remained steadfast. Even when he wrestled, he prevailed. And that's where the name Jacob got changed to the name Israel. And that's why we are referred to the children of Israel. It's the same person, Jacob and Israel. Because the name Yisroel, the name Israel, references to the strength to be able to prevail and to be able to withstand all the adversity that's out there. No matter what battle we have been through, we have been able to prevail. Here we are, the Jewish nation is once again thrown into a tragedy of proportions that they have never had since the days of the Holocaust. At the end of the Holocaust came the birth of Israel with the declaration of never again, that we will never allow Jewish blood to be spilt as cheaply as it was during the Holocaust, where we lost 6 million. The state of Israel became a home for those who fled and survived the Holocaust. And from all other oppressed countries, they had a home to come to. A home where God said, the eyes of God is upon it for the beginning of the year to the end of the year. From 1948 to 2023, we have seen our share of wars. We have seen our share of terrorist attacks. Have we paused for a moment to realize how miraculous We have been able to maintain our country, which is now bolsters over 7 million Jewish people are there. We have been able to grow and prosper and truly be a light unto the nations, which is nothing short of a miracle. When we think about the miracle of the independence, 1948, the miracle of the 6-Day War, the miracle of the Yom Kippur War, the miracle of the raid at Entebbe. And you go through the various miracles of all history. It's coming from the same God. We cannot scream at God when things go in ways that we wish they wouldn't. But yet, when things went perfectly well, how often did we thank God for that? We cannot condemn God and not thank Him. But we as human beings are incapable of understanding God's ways. But we as human beings are capable of appreciating and recognizing God's kindness to us and to be grateful for it. And to know, just like by Jacob, it was through the difficult times that greater times came. And that is the same here now. We are in raw grief right now. We cannot digest, process, understand the loss of over 1,200 beautiful, beautiful people, innocent people. The only sin was that they were Jewish, that they were living in Israel, that they were doing everything they can to promote life. We cannot process. We're not capable of processing that. It's the antithesis to everything we stand for. It's all about life and living. We'll do anything to save a life. Life is valued and precious. But let us know that we will prevail from this tragedy. We will rise stronger and greater. We will grieve our loss. We'll be there for the families and for those who have lost. This is such a great loss. We don't realize proportionately, when you take this amount, 1,200 people from 7 million people, the percentage, and if you equate that to America, it would have been like losing 50,000 innocent U.S. citizens. It's the same amount of a loss. Even one loss is a whole loss. Imagine so much more so. It is important for us to remember that the ugly head of anti-Semitism is showing itself. It showed itself in the Middle East, and it's spreading throughout the world. We see how many people are siding and supporting these savage, barbaric terrorists. We need to voice our protests. But more importantly, we need to stand tall and strong. Remember, we are the children of Jacob, the children of Israel, and we will prevail because through this darkness will become a greater light. As the saying, from the ashes, the phoenix will yet rise again. And that's a promise, that's a guarantee. But we are still in the midst of this. We are still in the darkness. We have not yet heard the news of the hostages being freed. So we need to do everything we can to pray, everything we can to do the extraordinary goodness and kindness. Do the extraordinary so that in that merit the hostages shall be freed. Each one of us know what we need to do. Each one of us know how important it is to have unconditional love. We have seen unconditional hate. Now it's time to exercise unconditional love. Lift up your phone. Call a friend that you have been estranged from. Call a relative you have been disgruntled with. Reach out a business colleague that you parted ways with. Make peace. Let bygones be bygones. Do something extraordinary kind, extraordinary generous. Go way out of the box to be extra kind, extra complimentary, and extra committed. Go, do it, make it happen. And you would be doing your part. Do not underestimate your actions, how it can have an effect on the rest of the world. Because through the darkness will yet become the light. Just like in the times of Jacob, Ve'et Sarah hi leYaakov, when Jacob was in a terrible state, Umimena Yevashea, From that terribleness will become great hope and great help. God is with us. God is weeping with us. God is sobbing with us. But God is also going to enable us to heal ourselves and to pick ourselves up and to continue on protecting Israel and protecting the 7 million that are there. Every single day we need to do something positive in honor of the soldiers who are now risking their lives to protect Israel and the Jewish nation. We need to go out of our comfort zone and do something extraordinary, whether it's wrapping the tefillin and praying, whether it's putting a mezuzah on your doorpost that brings protection to the Jewish people, whether it's beginning to keep kosher or start observing the Shabbat, light Friday night candles. Do something. Yes, you can. Every one of us can do something. Now is the time. We're at war. We need to muster all of our energies and strength, set aside anything that holds us back, and march forward, because they are counting on us. They are counting on us as a nation. They're counting us as humanity to do and act for them. Because in the eyes of God, every good action, every good motion is counted for and will eventually tilt the scales in the favor, so that we become victorious sooner than later, so that we should yet once again be able to hear news from the streets of Jerusalem. We'll be able to hear the singing yet once again in a greater and better way. It's going to happen. It will happen soon. From these difficult times will be coming greater times. And let's see the redemption through the coming of the Messiah, who will reveal himself speedily in our days. Amen. God bless you. God loves you.